So there are things to think about here. Let's say you want to go big and you've got a lawn you just want to dump. There's a couple ways to go. If you want to get rid of that lawn, turn it to garden. First way is to rent a sod cutter and roll up the lawn. It makes great compost. Oh, it just makes the most awesome compost. And you have a bare planting surface right away. That grass is gone. However, I might recommend letting this area sit for a few weeks or even months. Water it really well. Get as many weeds to germinate as possible, then kill them with glyphosate or manually remove them. You want to exhaust some of the weed seed bank you're exposing. Planting in the spring can help you, as the new plants will grow quickly, especially if you're using young small plants and planting tightly. 12 inches or less, probably 8 or 10 is even better. Fall planting may also be as successful as the plants root out in autumn and overwinter, ready to put in lush new growth in spring and leap from the soil. So here's a friend of me. Right, we're pulling up my front yard gardens. I'm getting radical. I'm generally against solarizing, as it kills soil life. It just fries it to death. There's nothing left alive in the soil. I'm also too impatient for smothering. And if you use cardboard, you may also be hurting the soil as you're robbing it of moisture and air. Anytime you put a thick, almost impervious layer in between the soil and the air, you're really depriving the soil of access to what it needs, Life 101, and that would be water and air. So I'm not really into putting cardboard and soil and then mulch down. You can also spray glyphosate or Roundup. Sometimes, I know, just bear with me on this, some of you are freaking out, I know. Sometimes the means justify the ends. When you use a formulation that won't stay in the soil, like Roundup 3, you'll see grass dead in a week or two. You can then plant directly into the dead lawn using that lawn as mulch. I've done this for a few gardens, and it's safe to plant in just a few days if you use the correct formulation. That'd be Roundup 3 is the one I have the most success with. You don't want this stuff lingering in your soil and killing your plants, obviously, which is why you don't use the systemic stuff that stays in the soil for several months. And please, guys, if you're going to use this stuff, read the directions. Don't spray in wind. Do it on a calm day, and spray in late evening when bees and pollinators are pretty much all sleeping and bedded down for the night, especially our native bees. You might have something like this, right? You want that cleaner slate. You can go real radical and try the experiment I did with my back 2,000 feet of lawn that I hated. I never watered it, so some areas were thinning and others burned in midsummer. So it was pretty stressed out. I scalped the lawn, really short. I dethatched it several times with a hand rake. You can use a mechanical dethatcher too, which might be better. And then I sowed a low prairie grass mix, so things like sidiotes, grama, little blue stem, blue grama, I think. I also selectively sowed some specific flowers and some massive stuff I knew should do fairly well and take fairly well out in that backyard. I also planted 150 to 200 flower seedlings into the lawn in order to create a design that would start to manifest itself sooner. And then it could spread out from there, from those areas where I planted. So here on the left, you can see this is fall number 2. So let me go back. No, I won't go back. I'll stay here. That's fall number 2 on the left. And this summer, I guess that would be summer number 2 on the right, or number 3. Yeah, that might be number 3, actually. Why doesn't the guy know what he's talking about? I don't know. He needs his coffee. This is definitely summer number 3. So you can see here, this is probably late June on the left. And then we are well into mid to late July, maybe even early August on the right. Probably mid-July though. And you know, it's dry and it's hot. Things are thriving because I did my research just like you're doing your research right now.